All right. So here we go. Again, after a black man dies, we have this to deal with. We got this woman getting online stating this. Rip to a legend, John Amos. Remember when I put this on you? So good this day, you could barely move. And again, I blocked out her name because she ain't about to get no clout directly over here. This is all I'm saying. I don't know who's raising. I said who are. I'm not sure who's raising any of these girls out here. Like I said, I need the women to talk to these girls. I told people before, if women want to work and make their money their type of way, again, I have to paraphrase because we know what I'm talking about. It is what it is. And for some people going to say, this is John Amos' fault because he decided that this dude is, he was already pretty much out the door, all due respect. He was an older man. He just wanted a little bit of time. I do not fault him for that. I'm not going to shame him or slam him or try to muddy his name because he just wanted a little bit of a good time before he was off to wherever else he's going to be going. So I don't fault or blame him for doing that. What I will sit up there and say is the way that I've seen a lot of these young girls out here moving makes no sense. It makes no sense. And I'm going to put it to you like this. When you're a woman and you can't keep your mouth closed, and this is what you do for work, and you can't seemingly keep your mouth closed, you have to put everything out there for social media, you're going to have a lot of guys not wanting to deal with you at all. They would rather go and deal with somebody else that is more than likely not from the United States because for whatever reason, it seems that every single time you turn around, if there are girls out here working, that they tend to want to open their mouths so that they can just get all of the attention. And I told people before, attention must be some type of a drug because this is what I see a lot of women on social media doing. They're doing it on IG, they're doing it on YouTube, whatever blog sites that they just so happen to have. They're doing it on Twitter, they're doing it on TikTok. It doesn't matter. Wherever there are eyes, wherever there is a platform where you got millions or hundreds of millions of people, women are there just telling all types of business that don't need to be told. Nobody's asking for any of this information. Nobody is seeking or looking for any of this information. But like I said before, you have a lot of women out here that seek attention. Now, you had a guy here. He's famous. He more than likely had money. More than likely, things are going pretty well. You might have been taking some trips. You might have been getting some very nice gifts when he was around and different things of that nature. You could have just let everything be. You could have just let this man just have just that moment, but you couldn't do that. You had to somehow, some way make it about you while also trying to profit by way of advertising. Hey, I was with this celebrity. You could be next. That's crazy. Like I said, for the women out here, y'all got to start talking to y'all daughters. Like this type of stuff right here, this is crazy. I'm just going to be, again, 100% honest. This is completely 100% crazy, and it was just not necessary at all. All right, so maybe I'm a little bit confused. Maybe I don't know what's going on, but I'm looking at Nigerians in the United States, in New York, celebrating their 64th Independence Day. Shout out to Nigeria and fighting for their independence. That's cool. But I'm just a little bit confused. Wouldn't it be better or more meaningful or make more sense if you celebrated that in Nigeria? Why would you celebrate that in the United States? I care, like realistically, I'm just going to be honest. That has nothing to do with United States history. That has nothing to do with Black Americans at all. So it's like, why would you celebrate that here? Wouldn't it be more meaningful to celebrate that around your people on the land of which people fought, they struggled for, bloodshed, all of that? Wouldn't it make more sense to actually celebrate that there versus in a whole strange land that knows nothing of the history, that probably doesn't even care about the history, just to sit up there and be honest? And before somebody says, what about the Mexicans celebrating there? You do know that Mexico, the United States, Mexico, this is all one thing. These are literally here. You're all the way overseas, literally. You're overseas. We got to take airplanes, maybe an underground, tunnel or something like that across the ocean, whenever they happen to actually build that train. We got the whole other thing of taking boats. like I said, you could take a space shuttle and make it over there. That's how far you guys are, just to be real. So again, I'm just simply stating it's a little bit confusing to see people who fled their homeland to come to a whole nother one, still, in a sense, showing allegiance to their original. That's a little bit confusing to me. That's a little bit confusing because usually what happens when people want to come to a whole nother land, they assimilate. That's usually what happens. So if you have people that go over to Africa, people are going to assimilate directly into the culture. That's what normally tends to happen, or at least that's my understanding of whenever it is that Africans tend to go to other nations such as Australia, Poland, Canada, all of these other good things, right? They will assimilate. This just seems a little bit crazy. Again, like I said before, it just doesn't, for me, it doesn't make sense because I would never in a million years leave the United States. I'm sorry, let me reverse that. Never in a million years would I flee the United States, go over to Africa, and then I want to start waving the American flag on top of the fact that I want to celebrate the 4th of July. The 4th of July has zero to do with African culture, African history, it has zero, nil, nada. It has nothing to do with African people. I would look like a fool. I would look like a fool doing that. It would make no sense. And then also that is a form of disrespect. I'm like, you're sitting up here. I'm going to go over to Africa and I'm going to celebrate an American holiday, knowing how it is that America has treated, what America has done, and what America still does to this day to Africa. That's a slap in the face and that's disrespectful. I would never do that. But like I said, it's just me.
Hello, is that package for me?
Is this unit 1?
This is unit 1.
Oh, okay, then yes, I thought it was the wrong place.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome.
So I'm just trying to figure out, right? So you get a job and Amazon pretty much pays good because I remember they said for delivery drivers and people that work in the facility, I think it went up to $22+ recently. So getting paid pretty well. So I'm just trying to figure out, why would you get a job at Amazon, good paying job, just to steal? Like, I never understood this. This is like people that I would find out worked at the United States United States. Let me just explain something to you before I say this. Working a government job gives great benefits to the point where people will stay at that job for 30 to 40 years. No matter what they got to go through, they will stay with that job for 30 to 40 years and then retire, especially if you work for the post office. And when I found out that you have people that got in and that were working at the post office and they were stealing packages or they were stealing money, I could not understand it. You're getting paid so well that you don't need to steal, but yet people want to steal. Like I said, I don't, just go to a life of crime. Go to Gotham City and just sign up for a life of crime. That's all you got to do. Why do a job like this? Knowing the fact that in this day and age, we're not dealing with the 2000s. We're not dealing with the mid 2000s. We're in 2024. A lot of homes or apartments have Ring doorbell cameras. They have cameras outside, in front of the house, surrounding the house, wherever. Why would you decide that it would be the smartest thing to do to steal somebody's package after you'd already delivered? They have a tracker. The system knows in Amazon where the package was supposed to be, when it was supposed to be delivered. So just with that alone, they can already pretty much tell, like, okay, maybe something's a little bit off, maybe something's not off, because it could be a 50-50. Maybe the person who delivered stole, or maybe somebody driving around may have stolen, right? 50-50. But then when it gets to the point where you have the Ring doorbell setup, and you can basically see, as we can clearly see, the person pretending to take a picture, and then after they take the picture, they look at the camera, then they pick up the package and walk off. And the reason why I say she took a fake picture was because she just instantly had it out. So then when she thought that nobody was home, nobody was looking, she then almost made it halfway before the lady realized, like, okay, I got the notification. Hey, that's my package. Drop it off right there. So then you saw her go back to the phone real quick, then open up whatever she needed to open up and take the actual picture, and then proceeded to walk off. Again, like I said before, this is 1,000% crazy, but you have people out here like this. But again, if you made it this far in this video, you are a champion. Much love, respect, and appreciation, because so few people actually make it through all of the videos. They pretty much only watch roughly about 3 minutes and 30 seconds or 3 minutes and 55 seconds. So again, if you made it this far in this video to hear my voice here, love you. Much love, respect to any and everybody that's a part of your bloodline. Thank you. And again, like I said before, I wouldn't be able to do the stuff that I do without people, you. So again, if y'all like content like this, let me know by hitting that like button, leaving comments in the description, and I will keep making more videos like this.